someone got to take a stance on this one. A strong one at that, because all the wrong people are talking about it, per usual. Kicking it Ross. And a lot of people ain't being real about this issue. So I'm going to be the one to be real about this issue, because it's a load of crap the way that people lie, twist, and just outright misrepresent information in certain things, right? Booker T, shut up, you ugly old goofy. Somebody tell this man to shut up and pack it up and sit down somewhere. I find it kind of crazy how this man still talking about another wrestler that honestly he ain't got much to do at all with. Leave Swerve alone, man. Like, why do people want it so bad with Swerve? Bro ain't do nothing wrong. It's a tribalism thing. I know, but I don't leave it be. Let it go, bro. Let it go. It's so crazy. Get off bro meat. All right, so I want to address one thing. Let's get this comment that really, really pisses me off, because Booker T's response is absolutely nonsensical. So we're just going to address the tweet. Gonna put it up on the screen. But it says, and I don't particularly know who this person is, but Swerve Strickland responding to Booker T saying that black wrestlers in WWE aren't marketed fairly, which is true. What are we talking about? It's true. But Booker T, quote, "I'm just trying to figure out what he's talking about. I'm black. I'm just trying to figure out if something happened to him personally. Maybe he thought he should have been bigger in WWE. I hate that we are still talking about this race thing. I've been working for the company for a long time, and I've been treated fairly for 20 years. Treated fairly for 20 years. Wow. Amazing, Booker T. Yes, because you certainly were not mistreated in any way, shape, or form. You were not made fun of. Or maybe you don't care how you being a clown, because you are one. You are one now currently, and you were then. You were a clown then, and being a clown now. But you being clown back then, during that Triple H storyline, had massive, backhanded, just we can't even begin to describe how insulting that entire storyline is. But fairly, right? Treat it fairly. You shouldn't have beat Triple H in a storyline about racism. What are we talking about? Yeah, but it doesn't matter to you, huh? This is what gets me about these stupid people who get to responding about stuff. They don't know what they're talking about. Y'all better get out of here, bro. I'm so tired that in 2025, we are still acting like racism don't exist unless someone outright says the N-word with the hard R at the end. It's crazy to me. What's wrong with what Swerve said? Anytime Swerve has addressed this, it's been pretty fair. And it's no lies told. Black wrestlers aren't marketed that great. They aren't. NXT is probably the best thing going for black wrestlers currently. Truthfully. And I got a video coming up on the triple threat that actually matters during WrestleMania season. I got a video coming on that. But outside of that, I don't understand how we are still having this conversation about racism just being this thing that's a mythical thing. It's not real like that. Why do people need to hear the hard R to understand someone has racist ideology? I don't get that. The amount of cowardice, puss behavior of people who dog whistle, double speak, and do a bunch of slick talk because they're too cowardly to say what they want to say. But racism doesn't exist. It kills me. All Swerve is saying, and all it should be very clear, is that black wrestlers aren't on the same level of those who are not black. They're not being treated at the same exact level of a lot of white wrestlers and lighter skin complexion wrestlers. And it's just true. It's fair. It's fair. And it's sad because when you get to talking about this and you get to saying these things, people start pointing to the exceptions. The exception doesn't make the rule. I hear people, I've gotten so many times, what about The Rock? Like, oh my gosh, it drives me insane. It drives me insane. But this video isn't about that. Not entirely anyway. It's part of it. But Booker T is an idiot. A grade A idiot. Learn to shut up and sit down. You don't have to comment on everything. Even what Swerve said in the Vlad interview wasn't even disrespectful. He was just speaking on the representation and how Booker T was treated. And yes, it was wrong. So much of what happened with Booker T in WWE was wrong, bro. King Booker wasn't a straight cleanup of everything that happened prior. There was so much wrong with that. And there was so much wrong with what happened after Booker T was no longer wrestling in WWE. So it's so sick that we are still having these conversations. Grow up. Grow up. If you are a young white male, if you are an older white male, and you have this issue with black people or conversations about racism, grow up. It happens, and if you're not racist, then it's cool. We not having no beef. But people are so ignorant. And some of the people who are black, even in the wrestling community, just act stupid. Yes, it's real. Yes, it happens. We're working towards making things better. NXT looks great. Great. And I hope that the level of wrestling, the characters, the promo work, all of that is carried over to the main roster, because that's the testament to whether or not these conversations are still going to be had or not, whether they still have meaning to them. It's not to say every black wrestler has to be a top guy because of their skin color. No one is saying that. No one is saying that. But someone should not have to say that's not the conversation we're having. No one should have to say that. It should just be obvious what we're talking about. Truthfully, what are they doing with New Day right now? I don't even want to get into it, man. Xavier Woods should be somewhere chasing after a singles title. We're not even going to get into it, bro. So, Booker T claimed that I hate that even I speak on it, because it's not even a hate campaign, bro. It's just that Booker T talking out his neck, and I can't stand the people who are running defense for him, either for tribalism or for their own personal pathetic views, just twisting the narrative. So DJ Vlad posted receipts. I ain't see Kicking the Ross talking about it on his video, but it is what it is. So DJ Vlad posted receipts. He said, "This is a lie." Here's his actual DMs from Booker T saying how he's excited to do the interview. He was at my studio. So in the video, Booker T responding to the Swerve Strickland stuff with DJ Vlad, he just starts going off about you doing Vlad and him turning it down and him being above it and blah, blah, blah.
So that was a fucking lie.
And it's like, yo, listen, I don't like Vlad. I've never been a big fan of Vlad. But I'm not here to play this whole game of I'm better than you because I'm doing this over here and as a black man. No, bro, we ain't doing none of that. Because you got on social media and talked outside your neck. You can't play the moral high ground and you can't have the big bro black brother talk. It's none of that happening. None of it. Shut up. Someone just got to keep it a stat. And I'm not here to pussyfoot and be cowardly and soft about the subject, bro. Someone's got to be honest. Shut up, sit down. If you want to be progressive, if you want to be positive and not have these dark conversations, cool, we can have a positive twist or whatever the case may be, but let's stop the charades. Let's stop the crap. And let's motivate WWE just to do better in general. The whole wrestling industry could do better when it comes to black talent. And it's not just a WWE thing, and I've been saying that. But I just can't stand the ignorance. And Booker T is a shining example of somebody who's an absolute idiot speaking on stuff that he don't need to speak on. You don't have to speak on it, bro. You are legendary in this industry. You've done a lot. You've raised so many people up, especially black talent in this industry. No one's taking that from you, bro. But you don't have to speak on stuff like this. You don't. Especially when the man's not even disrespecting you like that. Talking about you approached him behind closed doors. I don't even know if that's true or not. But if you did, you still a sucker. You still a sucker. Because the man ain't never had no hate for you. It's always, from everything that we've seen online, Swerve has had no real beef like that with bro. He really hasn't. And that's the truth of the matter. Every time I ask someone to send me a video of Swerve being foul and disrespectful to Booker T, I never get the video. I never get a blatantly foul and disrespectful video towards Booker T. Never. It's just crazy to me. It's so the level of hate people trying to throw at Swerve is just wild. This whole topic is crazy. Some of the people's inputs on it is crazy. And bro just gotta shut up. DJ Vlad out here posting receipts. Like, bro, you gotta get out of here, bro. We not on that. You don't have to speak on these things. And this goes for other people as well. You don't always have to speak on these things. If you feel like your view on something isn't, you haven't maybe thought enough about it, or you haven't given it enough time of day to critically think on and research and see whatever case may be, just chill, man. You don't gotta have an opinion. You do not have to have an opinion. That's all I gotta say. Those are my thoughts and my opinions. Little rant, but it come from a deep place, man. It come from a deep place. Swerve, Booker T, they're amazing. Swerve is becoming a legend. He's doing a lot of great things in AEW. Even if I hate AEW, I hope he wins back the AEW championship, because Jon Moxley is awful. And, you know, I'm hoping the best for bro. And Booker T, I hope reality of wrestling continues to do well. And I hope you continue to help boost up black talent. But, bro, you don't got to do this weird, I don't want to say Uncle Tom or anything like that. You don't got to do this weird stuff, man. You don't have to. It's love. You are a legend. No one's taking away your legacy or anything like that. It's not. You know, I don't even think Swerve has hate like that for Booker T. So this just gotta stop, bro. This just gotta stop. But those are my thoughts. Those are my opinions. Love Swerve. Love Booker T. Let's get it together, man.